So, calories. As the title says, it's the key to weight change. So, what is a calorie? It's not a tiny creature that sews your clothes a little bit tighter. They are just a unit of energy. So, scientists will use, we'll see how long it takes it to heat a litre of water by 1 degree, and that'll tell them how much energy there is in that item that they've been burning. So everything will have different calorific values based on what it's made up of. And it doesn't matter whether you're actually actively counting your calories, your body will still be able to sense like some energy coming in. So depending on what it's made up of, whether it's proteins or carbs, those both have 4 calories per gram. Fats have 9 calories per gram, so quite a bit more. And then alcohol, which is often forgotten about, is 7 calories per gram. So, as you might have guessed, if your weight isn't changing, then you're not burning or more than you're putting in. So that means if you your weight maintenance kind of calorie level was 2,500 calories across Monday to Sunday, you would be having those every day across the week. If you're gaining weight, then you're not burning enough energy compared to what you're consuming and tipping the scales. And quite often this happens without us realizing and is normally at the weekends where most people struggle. So I'll have a normal intake during the week and then the weekend hits and then bam, an extra 1,000 calories, very easily done. But over time, that leads to gradual weight gain. But that can also explain why you're not able to diet if your weekends are wiping out that deficit. So if you undereat 500 calories Monday to Friday, that gives you a grand total of 17,000 calories that you've had Monday to Friday. But then if you've overeaten on Saturday and Sunday enough, that kind of really reduces or can in some cases wipe out how much a lot of what you've a lot of your hard work. So how do you create a deficit? So as the scales show, reducing your intake and increasing your calories out. So this first example is keeping your activity the same but lowering the intake. So a 500 calorie deficit every day would lead to, by the end of the week, 3,500 calories, which should equate to about a pound of fat. Now you can do the same by increasing your activity but keeping eating the same, so those 2,500 calories. However, it's quite hard. It's harder to do than dieting. So less is lost. So the ideal scenario is a little bit of both. Dieting, 500 calories underneath is a good starting point, and then adding a little bit of exercise in to give a bit more of a deficit and a bit more of weight loss. So it just illustrates doesn't matter what food it is, that's kind of the makeup of your 2,500 calories, and that's the column on the right, also the pie chart on the right, is your calories out. So BMR, for those of you that don't know, is basal metabolic rate, and that's your body's functions to keep you alive, from your brain thinking to keeping you warm, the heart pumping, etc. The activity is not just exercise, that's everything, all kinds of movement, from walking up the stairs, carrying the shopping in, walking the dog, any exercise that you do as well. And then 10% is also lost in digestion. So when you're gaining weight, obviously your calories in is more than the calories out. And then when you're losing weight, as we said, the calories out is more than the calories in. So how big a role does exercise play? So in a sedentary individual, on the left-hand side, you can see that most of their calories out is from just staying alive. There's a little bit of activity in that NEAT, and basically that is just that isn't exercise. That's just walking to the car and, you know, walking up the stairs, going on again, doing a few steps here and there, but, you know, not doing very much. And then a little bit of digestion. And then the active individual on the right, they have got exercise, but they're also a little bit more active. So they might have a few more steps daily. So that means that only 60% of the output is from the body staying alive. So as you can see, there's a few like calories that calorie numbers, like rough calorie numbers to those things. So the BMR is the same, but it's just the activity that has changed.